Well, 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 good morning. Interesting day yesterday and last night was interesting at the workshop, and I was able to sleep for 4 solid hours. And my meditation this morning was wonderful. It was an answer to prayer, or at least the beginning of the answer. And the title for today is The Strawman as the Scapegoat. Sometimes, perhaps often, it takes me a while to see clearly. After all, we live in a world of illusion where pretty much everything is deception. That is the reality of the human experience. Is that why the matrix system creates a straw man for everyone? So that we can have our human experience with a built-in scapegoat to take the abuse and allow the soul a path where it can be set free? Is there a built-in grace that works even on the dark side? Might the conflict merely be the way, since it is antithetical to our divine nature, of serving the awakening? Indeed, last night's workshop triggered a deeper examination for me of the issues, because all the people that were supposed to participate as participants in the workshop chickened out except one. Now, we've never done a workshop with only one participant. So Margie was told, even as people were dropping off during the week, that the workshop was going to happen no matter what. And the last person, the second to the last person that was going to do the workshop, dropped off yesterday afternoon, leaving one participant. And Margie didn't know what she was going to do. But each of us that were the assistants, and there were 10 of us, were asked some questions. And one of them was, what issues are you working on? And who do you need to forgive? And each of us got the opportunity to go up and talk about that as part of the workshop. So there ended up being 11 participants, not just one. And when I stood on the stage and shared, of course I shared what I've been going through. And my lesson is to see what's behind all this. What is the good that's in all this shit that's been happening in my life the last month or so? With the arrest and then the court stuff. What's behind it all? Where's the gift in this? And who do I need to forgive? And what came to me last night as I wrote the answer to that before I even shared it is the system. I need to forgive the system. But I hate the system. I mean, I hate it with a passion. I hate the deception. There's a part of me that riles up and just, I mean, is recoiled and totally, I don't even know what words to use. I'm so opposed to a system of fraud and deception. It's not funny. Everything that I'm becoming aware that I am is angry at having a system like we have. The Matrix is an appalling creation to me. And I'm told I'm supposed to forgive the system? I really didn't get it last night. I really didn't get it up until the time that I went to bed and asked for a decent night's sleep and asked to be taken into healing chambers. My soul being taken into healing chambers so that I could heal the part of it that's in me. Because it's not just out there, it's in us. And I needed to know how to see that. And I couldn't see it yesterday. I couldn't see it. But I'm beginning to see it this morning. I'm not saying it's finished. But I'm beginning to see that there is grace, as I said in the blurb. There is grace in the strawman. Now, some of you may not know, what is the strawman, Ron? The strawman is the legal fiction created in the Matrix that is not really us. It's our name. It's our corporate identity that allows us to escape responsibility, at least temporarily. And it seems like an asinine plan to me from my rational mind point of view. But I'm beginning to see it from a little bit different point of view. Because all the debts that are being heaped upon us are debts of the straw man. And the straw man is a legal fiction. And so all debts are legal fictions that can be discharged by the awakening. Now, I want to share an email that I got this morning. On Facebook, actually. My friend from Milford, Pennsylvania wrote, "Ron, you have more balls than any of them. I am amazed by your strength and perseverance. If only more people would stand up to these fake patriots as you do. They are intimidated by you because you know what you are talking about. They want you to give in and give up. What do you think would make your life better?" And I got lots of support and criticism yesterday. I always get the critics that think that they have the better way, and if only I could see it their way, I wouldn't be in the mess that I'm in. Yeah, right. And I'll tell you, about giving up. There were times yesterday that I wanted to give up. There were times yesterday that I wanted to throw in the towel, that I wanted to stop doing these videos because I felt like I had nothing to offer. I was feeling very much entrapped in the fear and the insanity of the world. I mean, I wanted these judges and these police things to pay and pay big time. Their debt goes to the straw man to give their souls an opportunity to be set free. They are just like me and just like you. They're just like us. They're in the trap of fear, the trap of deception, and dealing with legal fictions, their own legal fiction, just like you and I are. We're just like you and me. We're dealing with it. We're dealing with it. I'm beginning to see a game plan of Spirit. How are we going to deal with this? And Spirit's beginning to show me. I'm not going to share it all today. I'm going to save some of it for another thing. It's going to be something that involves you if you want to be involved. It's going to be everyone's going to have an opportunity to take action, if I'm seeing correctly, in this matter that affects me. But it doesn't just affect me. I'm just one person who's able to get on the internet every day and talk about it freely and openly and truthfully. I'm able still to do that. And that hopefully will never be taken away from me as long as I want it. Even like when I want to throw in the towel because I feel I have nothing to offer, Spirit always gives me the next step. and is giving me the next step. People said, you've got to name these individuals. And yes, that's part of it. We're going to name the judges. We're going to name the policemen and some of these people that are personally involved. We're going to name them. The ones that I have the names for. We're going to name them publicly. Not to shame them, but to charge their straw man with the guilt so that their souls can be set free. All debt, remember, goes to the straw man. All of it. All of it. All of it. It's a legal fiction. And it's grace in operation. All right, I know, I can hear some of you creditors and commerce people saying, see, we told you Admiralty was about grace. And I couldn't see it. I was hearing it and it made me mad. What do you mean it's about grace? Look what they're doing to us. Today, this morning, I do see it. It is grace. The straw man is grace. That's the scapegoat. That's the same scapegoat in the Bible where they laid the sins of the people on the goat and killed the goat and let the scapegoat, there were two goats, one bore the penalty and the other was set free. Both of them were substitutionary atonements. The innocent doesn't ever die. The straw man does. And we are all the innocent ones. We are all worthy of love. Even the people on the dark side. Will they see it? It doesn't matter. What matters is, will we see it? Will the people that are awakening see it and move from the place of condemnation to a place of forgiveness? That's grace in operation. And that's powerful stuff. That's the stuff of spiritual warfare. The spiritual warrior is a warrior because he or she learns how to forgive himself and herself. And when you can do it that way, you learn that it's easier to forgive others. Because really, and this came out in the workshop last night, most of us in the workshop said, the person I most need to forgive is me. Indeed, I am the person I most need to forgive. Because I haven't seen clearly. I haven't always gotten it right. I have messed up a lot of times. I need to forgive me so that I can forgive others. And this is the revolutionary design by the Spirit of the living God, placed within our very being itself, very core and essence of who we are. It's placed there as a transformative force to change the matrix into a place of peace, a place of truth and justice and mercy, all the attributes that we long for in our hearts. All those attributes are within each of us. So I ask you to consider what I've shared with you this morning. And yes, there will be some steps to be taken in the future that I will present, that we can begin addressing the straw man of this dark cabal that hopefully will be arrested within the next 3 days, many of them. And who gets arrested? The straw man is the reality of the arrest. It's all a legal fiction, so that the individual life force soul, the part of God that each human being is, can awaken and remember, I am more. Namaste. Thank you for listening. God bless you.